coach General Robert R. Nealand on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside, it's Bishop. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out and create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, a little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
And the Aggies trying to cash it in on first and goal. Trying to run, it's Moore. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. They're going to run it. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Davis. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They've got it at the 36. It's a first and 10. Looking for room. It's Bishop. He breaks a tackle.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Volunteers are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Davis. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Reed to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Craver. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Now here's Reed. Rushes on him. Breaks loose. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that first down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That is a cannon shot, and it's headed out of bounds. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuff both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Volunteers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it as we get a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He's got him in the flat. At the 45 on his way. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The give on the counter. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. 3rd down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Reed. Working that left side now. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
They're dealing with a second and long. Now on the counter. Shakes off the defender.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
At the 22, third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
Running inside. It's Morrow. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's second and 7. Reed. It's complete on the right side. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Fitted in the window for the score.
And I love the play design here. The ball is designed to come out of the quarterback's hands quickly. He finds his big-time target for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Bishop. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Vols will punt this one away. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll move the tight end. Throwing Reed. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Reed. Here's a heat, and down he goes. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch at the 30. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. first play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. The play action fake. And he's got his man along the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Just feeds the running back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Here's Reed to throw. Moving out to the right. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That is exactly what this defense needed, man. They needed to start fast, obviously in a deficit, coming out of the half with energy to get a sack early in the drive, man. Nice response by this defense.
Hunt is on its way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Drops it off to the running back. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
You got to give him room and let him catch the football, and if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. Rides the option, he keeps it. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Send the tight end in motion. Reed. It's complete to the left. At the 40, there he goes. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Vols moving quickly to the line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
It's complete. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Unloads quickly. Touchdown ball! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Running inside. It's Morrill. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the ground with the counter. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Now here's Reed. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Gives it on the option. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Tight end now in motion. Trying to impose their will with the run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to them this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Gets it out quickly. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
To the air on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. They go to the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. The screen, he can go. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He tries to take the top off. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Got room to work. Breaks into the open. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll move the wide receiver. Reed. Makes the grab. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. This quarterback, part of their running game. Might have a chance. Tackled there by the defense.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The run inside. It's Craver. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
From the gun, on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Finds his target down the middle. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on fourth. So now on comes the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Quick quickly complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Running inside. It's Bishop. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.